today's video, we are chatting all about how to afford luxury and designer items at any budget and my top 3 ways to never pay full price for luxury or designer items again. Welcome back, welcome to, if you're new, my name is Abria Perry and welcome to Finstyle, where we discuss all things lifestyle, beauty, and fashion with a finance twist. Finstyle is all about financing a life and a closet you absolutely love. As mentioned, everything on this channel typically has a finance twist, and today is no different. Before we hop into the tips, we have to lay the foundation, which for this particular topic is financial capacity. I talk a lot about financial capacity in all areas of Finstyle, whether it be in your life or in your closet. Today we were talking about your closet, but I think it is super important to give you guys a definition of exactly what financial capacity is from a technical financial standpoint and what it means in the realm of Finstyle. So let's do it. Financial capacity is defined as the capacity of an individual to manage his or her own finances and make relevant decisions when keeping in mind all possible financial consequences of his or her actions. Financial capacity also means your ability to absorb losses, or really just how much money you have, right? So how quickly is money coming in? How quickly are you dishing out money? Can you absorb the consequences of your actions of spending the money that you did? So I think that this is super important, and I always say your financial capacity informs your Finstyle and allows you to do certain things within your Finstyle, but your financial capacity is not your Finstyle. And I say that because your financial capacity can be dynamic. It's something that can be constantly evolving, and my hope is that it is constantly evolving and improving if that is what you want. So if you want to continue to make more money, if you want to continue to open up new streams of income and generate more revenue, then your financial capacity is going to grow with you, and as a result of that, what you're able to do and how you're able to spend that money, the amount of money that you have to spend, will also increase right along with you. In that same vein, there might be times where your financial capacity decreases based on things that you have going on in your life. Maybe you are dishing out more money in certain areas, so your financial capacity in your closet is a little bit lower. So that is how I use it from a Finstyle lens. That is what it means in a Finstyle capacity. Your financial capacity, boom, boom, boom. Anyway, but I think that that is a super important baseline for us to start with, just so that you guys understand that these tips and anything that I ever share with you in this Finstyle realm is going to be unique to you. No one person will ever be the same. We are all unique. We all have varying values. We do not all value the same thing. We do not all have the same exact finances. And as a result, all of our Finstyles are going to be different and our financial capacities are different. So anything that I ever share on this channel is simply an outline, an idea, an approach, and it is up to you to determine how you want to implement it in your own life, or if you can implement it in your own life. My dad always says, chew up the meat and spit out the bones, meaning whatever I share, determine what works for you and what doesn't. Throw it away, pass it on to somebody else who it might work for. So let's hop into our top 3 tips on how to never pay full price for designer and luxury items. Again, if that is something that you are interested in, I will also be sharing with you guys a couple of items that I have purchased on a steep discount, and they are truly 2 of my favorite things in my wardrobe right now, so I want to share them with you. So a question that I get all the time is, how are you affording items? How are you approaching items? Purchasing items, procuring items. I do have some other videos breaking down how I always have something to wear, how I determine what I value, and I will link those for you guys. But today I am just going to be diving into the 3 ways that I approach shopping, specifically when I am shopping for luxury and designer items, and how I help myself to save some money when purchasing these items in the United States, because we could do a whole nother video on how to save money in other countries, but I am specifically talking about the US for me, and this might also work if you are in another country and you live there as well. Since I have been purchasing designer items, one of the major things that I have found that differs for me in the way that I shop is that I have a different mindset than others when it comes to luxury and designer items. So I would recommend reshaping your mindset, and I will say that my mindset when it comes to luxury and designer items is constantly evolving. It's important to note here that the term luxury, quality, value, those types of things are subjective and they can vary from person to person. In a Finstyle capacity, what you value is never going to be the same as what I value. In this case, I am specifically talking about luxury items that are by luxury brands, right? So luxury fashion houses that have been deemed so by the fashion community and historically are considered luxury brands. I'm not calling these luxury based on what I value. I'm calling them luxury based on how they kind of appear in the fashion realm, right? They're not fast fashion, they're not high fashion, they're not contemporary, but they are luxury / designer brands. But the first thing that I did when approaching these items is I reshaped my mindset. And what this meant for me was allowing myself to realize and accept that there is more than one way to procure luxury and designer items. And for me, that typically means not shopping in store / not shopping directly from the brand themselves. So I took it upon myself to limit the amount of time that I spend searching for discounts from the brand themselves. There are certain brands that you are never going to find a discount on, and if you do, it is going to be very seldom from that actual brand in store, at the home, what have you, right? So what I mean is, if I walk into a Bottega Veneta store, I will probably not get a discount. But if I pick up that bag from a store like Saks and I get their friends and family discount, bing bang boom, we are in there, if it's a part of the sale. That is just a hypothetical. But essentially what I'm saying to you is that you have to get creative. And I have told myself, and I have determined from my personal Finstyle, that quality, luxury, some of the things that I want, and the reason that I want these items is not necessarily attached to the name or the brand themselves, but to the quality, the make, what the piece is or what it stands for, and if it was some sort of limited edition or by a designer who I really, really like or admire. So with that being said, it's not as important to me that I step into the actual store itself and purchase it, but instead that I have the item and I get that in the best way possible, in the way that is the most financially savvy for myself. This for me looks like shopping from brands like Saks Off Fifth, exploring outlets, which is one of the ways that I scored one of the items that I'm going to show you guys today, or picking items up from third parties such as department stores like I mentioned, Saks, or whether it be an online store like Farfetch or Essence, My Teresa, Net-a-Porter. A lot of the times you can find amazing discounts on these designer brands from third parties who are selling their items. One of the ways to score amazing deals on designer and luxury items is to reshape your approach and your mindset to those items and consider purchasing them from stores that are not the brand store itself. The second way that I love to score designer and luxury items at a discount is to think outside the box. And this runs in tandem with reshaping my mindset. So for me, what this looks like is shopping resale. I personally love resale sites like Vestiaire Collective, Fashionphile, The Real. I even like going to vintage stores or consignment stores that are local to areas that I'm in. And I absolutely love doing this, not only because I can find great deals, but I can also find really unique pieces. And a lot of the times, they are even better quality than the items that are in store right now. So when I go to vintage consignment stores, I can oftentimes find items that are older, that are made from different eras, with better materials, better quality, craftsmanship was given to those items in that time period. And all in all, I end up being on top. So a lot of the items that I have that are vintage, that I have picked up from consignment stores, that I have picked up on the resale market that are older, are actually worth significantly more than the items that I have picked up in my current time period, and as a result, they're investment pieces. If I decided to sell those items down the line, I would most likely turn a profit on it, and baby, ain't nothing wrong with that, okay? That right there is my personal Finstyle. It is so incredibly important to me that I am making strategic decisions both in my lifestyle and in my closet. So thinking outside of the box and allowing myself to see the big picture and not get caught up with the name / the brand or the current experience really helps me to score items that are true to me, true to my personal Finstyle, and quite frankly work even better in my wardrobe than some of the current pieces that I see every day. So if you are somebody who loves to explore, loves to find new pieces, unique pieces, pieces that you feel like are a little bit more special, then shopping the resale market, shopping pre-loved, shopping vintage is always a great avenue, and it allows you to oftentimes get items that may have otherwise been outside of your financial capacity at the moment, but you're able to procure them, and you're able to do so in a financially safe and secure manner that is not going to put you in a bad position. For me, a great example of stepping outside of the box when it comes to vintage pieces or resale pieces is this Balenciaga city bag that I picked up from Fashionphile. I picked this bag up for less than $500 and I love it to death. It is absolutely stunning. It is worn in. It is just so well loved. It's actually huge and fits so much. And I picked this up during the summer and I was like, do I really love this bag? And I realized that it was just because it's not a summer bag. But baby, as soon as that fall hit and I started putting this on with my coats, my jackets, my sweaters, she is a moment. And I have never in my life seen this colorway of this bag. She is like a purple metallic moment, incredibly on trend for this fall 2022 fall and winter. And the Balenciaga City bag is back in a big way. I am so excited to have this piece. I don't know if she's a forever piece, but I know that for right now, she is doing everything that I need her to do. I am so excited to have her, and I am so excited that I did not spend an arm and a leg to procure her. The third tried and true way to score designer on a discount is to go to the experts. I'm gonna say that again. Go to the experts. As much as I love a deal, as much as I love to hunt, as much as I love the gratification of a new piece in my wardrobe, baby, sales spotting is not my ministry, and for that reason, I go to the people who it is theirs. I go to the people whose it is, all right? And for me, that means going to people like the Fashion Sherlock, Like a Bandit. The list could go on and on, but Fashion Sherlock, my girl Lakeisha, is one of my top go-tos when it comes to sale spotting. Sis has a gift, and I give her all her props because she finds them like no other. She has amazing connections. I have bought multiple pieces from her at this point, and I have been so overwhelmingly in love with everything that I have ever gotten for her. I typically get things for at least 20 to 30% off on the low end. And everything always comes in immaculate condition. It comes super duper quickly, and it is everything that I could have wanted and more. So I tend to go to the experts when I find myself really wanting something, when I find myself unable to find the best deal possible, or when I just don't have time. I love to go to the experts. I also love for the experts to come to me a little bit, so I do stock her stories religiously. She also has a subscription club, I believe, that truly I want to be a part of, but I know that it is not the most strategic move for myself financially at the moment, so I am not a part of it, but I could not recommend it more. I could not recommend her more if you are looking to have somebody who is actually procuring these items for you and finding them at great prices. She also shares items that you can just go and shop on your own, but she also personal shops and finds and will send items to you as well. And there are also a number of other personal shoppers and sales spotters who I follow and have seen on different social media platforms. However, Fashion Sherlock is the only person who I have ever personally purchased something from, and I would highly, highly recommend her services. So I absolutely love going to the experts. I also make it a point to build relationships with my sales associates in some of the areas that I mentioned. So whether that be Saks, whether that be outlets, I actually just took a trip to Los Angeles and I decided to head out to Palm Springs to go to the Desert Premium Outlets, and I found, y'all, one of my best Finstyle finds to date. Are y'all ready? Because I don't think y'all are ready. There's no way you're ready. There's no way you're ready. I have wanted this item for years. And this is a prime example of really, really understanding your personal Finstyle, what you value, and what is right for your wardrobe, because this belt is not as big as it once was. However, I don't care. There's not one bone in my body that cares. Because she is popular to me and she will stay in my wardrobe for years. Look at her. This is a navy blue Loewe puzzle belt. It is navy blue with white piping around it, and she is absolutely stunning. This belt is 100% leather, and I picked this up from the Desert Hills Premium Outlets in Cabazon. I think that's Palm Springs. I picked this up in Palm Springs for over 40% off. Y'all, this belt is everything. It is absolutely everything. And when I went to the outlet, I found an amazing SA who I have been in contact with, and she is hunting for a couple different items for me that I have had on my wish list. And if I can get them for a discount, I will absolutely positively take them. So this belt is a prime example of going to the experts and letting people do what they do best. She is an incredible SA. The Loewe outlets are absolutely impeccable. If you ever get a chance to go to one, I highly recommend them. Every Loewe piece that I have, minus 2 pairs of sunglasses, have been purchased from the Loewe outlet. But when I do actually buy things full price from the Loewe store, they are always worthwhile. The SAs are great, the stores are always really, really nice, and it's always a very pleasant experience. And I tend to buy the sunglasses full price simply because a lot of the times they don't make their way to the outlet. So I typically will buy things full price if it's something that I really, really want and something that I know I will not be able to get otherwise. Let's say it's limited edition, what have you. But this belt was an absolute steal. I picked this up in a large, and honestly, size-wise, it's fine because you can tie it so tight that it really doesn't matter. And I wanted it to be big enough to wear over coats and jackets. That has always been my personal plan for this belt. So I picked it up in a larger size, and I am so incredibly excited about it and excited to keep in touch with my SA. That brings us to the end of today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you made it this far, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below to join the Finstyle family and hit the notification bell so you never miss when I post. Also, be sure to follow me on TikTok, Pinterest, and Instagram so you don't miss any of the fun over there. I would be so happy to have you. And share this video with someone who you think might enjoy it as well so we can grow the Finstyle family. I will see you guys in my next one. Until then, bye.